Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee. Here's Cam Akers.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken at around the 40. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Complete. It's Dodson.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Dolphins at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Now here's another carry for Harris. And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Back to throw. Out left to Dotson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll have a Jets first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
On the counter, this is Akers.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call, because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Fourth down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman.
And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Open man here, Sims, complete.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Tight go, tight go, tight go.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left.
And that one complete downfield to Kupp.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Cooper Kupp
With career touchdown number 70, as his guys are able to extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt.
Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Second and 1. He finds Wilson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Fournette, a first down carry. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And some room to roam now. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 37-yard line.
89 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now back to throw.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man here It's Wilson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's caught by Randall.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Now a give. Akers running left.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, a nice catch by Kupp.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Akers not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Again, it'll be Akers.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Here's Akers. They try and run.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He'll look to throw.
That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand.
So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop.
Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. But no help there as they'll get to him at the 5. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Flush to his right.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. The try here for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Next to score, Jets 17, Dolphins 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken around the 12. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Point after here coming up. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the medal.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game